Okay. Alright guys, welcome back to our run. Hold on, let me turn on my mic. Alright. Welcome back to our Imagawa. We're playing as Yoshimoto. This is our Yoshimoto goes west. So we're playing something I'm calling lean and mean. Basically, we're not building anything for troops. Okay, so we're not doing like irrigation canals. We're not building training grounds. We're not stacking troops at all. So it's kind of a test drive, you know. And the idea is that not beelining towards increasing troop counts will allow other things to kind of breathe. You know what I'm saying? All right. So we don't have any irrigation, no irrigation canals built. We're not going to build any training grounds. We're pretty much focusing, because I'm playing as Yoshimoto, I'm focusing supply stations where I can to set up a couple of resupply bases so we can actually go all the way west, because I feel like that's his big problem, is just going west, is actually having the supply line. And we've got a ton of obstacles in the way. The biggest one is Dosen, who's got a triple alliance going on right now. Actually, it's a quadruple alliance, but the Takeda are done. I mean, they're finished. We killed Shingen. Very first part last week, we took out Shingen. So Shingen's out of the equation. The Takeda are beaten down to 2 castles. So I don't think they're going to be a factor anymore. I think they're done. Actually, I need to check Yoshinobu's AI. Set it to S. Anyway, Dosen's got a triple alliance with Kenshin and the Ashikaga. And speaking of Yoshiteru, look at Yoshiteru. Yoshiteru's looking pretty damn strong. So is the Oda. This looks like this border right here kind of looks like the end of Spain, doesn't it? Kind of reminds me of Spain. The Spanish peninsula right there. Anyway, we got a triple alliance against Dosen, or we can fight Nobuhide. Either way, it should be interesting trying to get to the west. I don't know if I'm going to get tangled up with Kenshin. Hopefully not. But we are bordering him now that we've got the Takeda strongholds. Which, speaking of, Nobutora is back in the driver's seat. The real tiger, you could say, is back. I don't know for how long. I don't know if I'm going to keep him there, actually, now that I look at it. Again, supply lines. I need supply lines to actually go west. I wonder if I could turn this castle into a resupply base. Wow. Maybe when we get this capital built up, we'll turn it into a supply base. Right now, I can't. It's not a good trade. I go down to like 500 soldiers just to get 3,000 supplied. Once this gets built up successfully, like up to a nice solid stack, then I'll do that. Oh yeah. Let's see. Let me get my chat up here. What's up, Taylor Poe? What's up, Chow? Tomi? Yes, Imagawa. I'm going to try to do this Imagawa run every Thursday, so. What's up, Max? Do not pursue the Triple Alliance. I'm not pursuing them, but if they happen to be in my way, you know, I can't help that. Oh, what's up, Rico? What's up, Tomi? Okay. So I already shuffled all my castle lords around. Sasai's here. Motonobu's here. We got our fictional daughter, Mariko. She's in Yoshida. And then in Okazaki, I think I put this guy, Yasutomo. Yasutomo's actually pretty good. He's actually really good for an Imagawa retainer. Still need more people. I don't know if we should just destroy the Takeda at this point. You know, because what worries me about the Takeda is that they're allied with the Saito. So if I don't destroy Yoshinobu... If I don't destroy Yoshinobu, he's probably going to attack me with Dosen at some point. He's going to try to lead an insurrection. As an enemy of their father, they hold a grudge against you. I wonder if Yoshimoto ignores that. Yoshimoto ignores the fact this is why I like courtly interest so much. It opens up so many paths. Normally, he wouldn't even talk to us because we killed his father, right? So you would think that we would be sworn enemies. You'd think we'd be sworn enemies, but Yoshimoto's courtly interest, we could still become friends with the Takeda. I might do that. I might make friends with Yoshinobu after taking out Shingen. All right, let's edit his AI because I'm sure it's probably a C. Let me see. Did I pass him already? It's kind of weird. He should actually like us because we did him a favor. We did him a favor. He didn't get along with his old man. Yoshinobu is a Imagawa sympathizer. It's A. Okay, well now you're S, buddy. We need a code of the pirate for supply bases. Do we even have a pirate? The Imagawa do have a couple of sea guys. But it's pre-1546. I don't know if the pirate guy's still alive. If he even has code of the pirate. I'm just speculating here, but the Imagawa do have a couple of guys who oversee the seas. But they're not alive by now. The only reason I know that they're in the game is from the past games. So when we get Birth of Nobunaga, we should have a couple of sea guys. And one of them should have code of the pirate. But yeah, we don't have code of the pirate right now. Yeah, I do like the idea of making an alliance with the Takeda. Why can't I do this? Are we working on it already? Oh, we're working on it already. Okay. Let's check the council board. How are we looking here? We got 8 formations, Code of the Strategist, and we've got Way of the Takeda. So Imagawa Cavalry could be a thing. Now, we're not going to use Way of Imagawa because it defeats the purpose of avoiding extra troop numbers. And what I want to do with this run is experiment with fighting the AI on their own terms, meaning, in this case, meaning I'm not going to burst up soldiers because the AI doesn't seem to burst up soldiers themselves. So we're just going to try to play even keel, you know, where that goes, as far as that's concerned. So instead of Way of Imagawa, we gave most of our Imagawa people Way of the Ryuzoji. Because, honestly, the Bear's Dignity seems like such a crap policy. I've never used it before, but it seems so bad. This seems so bad that I have to use it. You know what I'm saying? So for every agitated castle, all right. Let me break this down again. For every agitated affiliated castle of the clan that you're invading is very important. Increases attack by 3. So this means that you don't just get a bonus because the castles are agitated, right? Which, if your enemy's castles are agitated, you're probably winning already. But never mind that. You have to be invading them as well as their castles being agitated. And all it does is give your units +3 attack. So this is one of those policies that they added too many prerequisites to unlocking, to using it effectively. And I hate when they do this in any game. I hate when you come up with an idea. I hate when they come up with an idea, but you make it too difficult to fire off. You know what I mean? And the bonus is just okay. Level 3 seems good because the cap is increased to 30, but then you only get +3 per castle. So how many castles does your neighbor have to have agitated for you to get +30? You know what I'm saying? That's how many castles is that? That's 3, 6, 9, 10 castles. Like, it's just, it's crazy. They need to have 10 castles that are agitated, and I have to be invading them. And what do I need +30 attack at that point? What do you need 30? You just don't need it. Maybe the mid one. Once again, another level 3 that you don't need. Level 3 policies, I don't even know why they're in the game. There's such win more effects. Should let us make our own policies. They should let us edit. They should let us edit the costs of all the policies in the game. Look at the Soma, bro. I've never seen the Soma go off like this. This is nuts. This is crazy. The Horse Lords have 8 castles. The Date are dying on the vine right now. Oh, what's up, Phil? Imagawa Hour, that's right. Imagine if the Miyoshi had the agitation bonus in the Saito run. Yeah, that could be worse a little bit. No, it's the same headset. Actually, no, it might be a different headset. I've got 2 headsets, and they're exactly the same. Soa Clan making waves, yep. Yeah, Way of the Imago. I'd love to play with Way of the Imago, but it's too difficult. I assume you put all Daimyo S? Yeah, they're all S, Phil. It's an updated VTuber model. That's right. Very realistic graphics, bro. Yeah, Somar rolling, bro. I don't know how they're doing so well, child. It's fucking crazy. Let me look at their roster. This is the most interesting thing to me in strategy games. Once you play that initial run and you see the story, like once you play through Awakening the first time and you see the story, after that for me it's all about the sandbox and seeing different outcomes. I don't know who this dude is, but he's kicking ass. He's got Confuse Abuse. Can we get Way of the Soma? Can we get Way of the Soma, and why isn't Way of the Soma just Way of the Takeda? You know what I'm saying? They came up with Way of the Takeda, and the idea, and they gave it to the Takeda, who don't need it. Takeda don't need that at all. Tanemune has joined the Soma. Oh shit. I don't know. Once I get Complete Edition, once Complete Edition drops, I'm going to go through and just start editing everything. I'm just going to start working on slowly giving traits, giving way-ups to clans that just don't have anything, that are just bare bones. I have to wait for Complete Edition. See what Koei does first. See what Koei adds to the game. Kenshin's not targeting me. Bond breaker between the Saito and Kenshin. Can she do it? I can't see your bubbles, Sasai, because the camera. I'm gonna assume no, but I'm gonna say no. Do something else instead. Steal who you can. We're gonna try to form an alliance with Yoshinobu. I don't know why he's mad at me. We took care of his dad for him. We took care of the old men. Took care of him. You watch the stream and the blind can see and the deaf can hear. There was somebody like last month who had put a message in one of my videos and they were like, I had no idea how to play this game at all, and then I saw you play like for a little bit and then I figured it out. So there's definitely benefits, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes that's all it takes. You just gotta watch somebody go through it. It's like getting a job or something, right? Sometimes you just have to show somebody, like they just have to watch you go through the motion of everything, and then there you go, it'll click. Eloquence level 3. Let's do it. Let's do it, because that should put me at 13 points, right? 15 points. Courtly interest, man. I love it. Ranch. Should we get that ranch? We do want to... We do have the landmark. The Takeda landmark. Give me the port. Let's build up. You know, I'm going to have to make a decision here, because if I turn this into a supply base, then I'm not going to be able to use the ranch that's here. I still feel like it's worth it. Ultimately, this is going to be bigger. Did I just build an irrigation canal? Okay, I thought I did for a second. I blanked out for a second. I was like, did I just build it? Dude, the muscle memory in this game to just build irrigation canals all the time and training grounds is crazy. I find myself wanting to click on that like absentmindedly all the time. What I want are rice dealers. That's what I want. Rice dealers and supply stations. So I actually need 4 labor. So I need to get used to looking for 4 under labor. Not 3, but 4. All the time. Let's put the speed up, because I'm not really doing anything right now. Okay. Hold on. You do prefer gameplay videos? Yeah. That was you, Chow? Well, I do remember you saying it, Chow, but there's somebody else, too, who said the same thing. But, yeah, I do appreciate it. I remember you saying that it made you come back to the game. Way of the Soma should be the castles with horse ranches, 40% damage and minus 50% damage taken against muskets. Looking forward to seeing the fight against the Imagawa. Yeah, it's going to be great. That's going to be great. Yoshimoto's got absolute doom stacks. 10 to 15k, although if you guys saw last week's stream, his numbers are starting to go down because he did some kind of policy change. I still don't know what he changed, but his caps are going to go down. But I'm not going to wait for his caps to go down. Because, let's be honest, that would be pretty whack. So as soon as I start the stream, we're just going to charge at Yoshimoto before he loses his troops. Before his troops return back to normal. I want to fight him while he's still in his prime, before he levels off. Where's that extra guy I got? Everything's full? Self-defense level 3, okay. Now the question is, where do we go? Where do we go now? Where do we go now? Where do we go? Where do we go now? Siege battle at Anjo Castle or Toba. Up into Awari? Up into Awari would be a real... This is a powder keg situation. I start forcing my way through Awari, it's going to draw in the Saito. Yeah, this seems more challenging. This is the more difficult path. Toba, I can kind of just raid. His region was getting a boon. Oh, that's probably what it is. Did Yoshimoto get hit by a storm in that run? Or it could be a storm, yeah. I don't know. I looked at his policy board because somebody had mentioned he's probably changed his policy board, but his policy stayed the same. I went back at the autosave. I used the autosave feature to go back like 3 or 4 months before his numbers were started to go down, and his policy was the same. So it was either a disaster destroyed his farms, like you guys are saying, or something else. Or was it boon that wore off? We need something for siege. Temple donation. What about... We got nothing. Temple donation is it. How am I going to win a siege battle then? We have to be careful. Like I said, the thing about lean and mean is we don't have the extra troops, so getting annihilated in a battle is a huge setback. A big loss is like, makes it so that the run could be over. You know what I mean? The run can quickly spiral out of control. Because you don't have that extra safety net of extra soldiers to just throw away. Speaking of my castle, is it developed yet? It's not. The Yusugi have fallen to the Hojo. I don't remember signing off on that. Did I sign off on that? Whoops. Sorry about that. The Yusugi have fallen. Does that mean then the Hojo have people? Oh, we're allied with them. It doesn't matter. I can't recruit people from them. Sasai does not like the Takeda in this run, it seems. Gold mine, I'll take that. Let's do the gold mine. Let's do a supply station. He already has one. Okay. Let's do a rice dealer here. Stables. That's really tempting. Do the rice dealer. Alright, we're about ready to march. We might as well get on with it and march against we might as well get on with it and march against Nobuhide. Tactics? Hang on. Who has tactics stacked already? Is it Sesai or... Yes, Sesai's got tactics stacked already. Okay, do I need to wait for anything else? Are we good to march already? Can I make my... Can you make your main base to resupply? No, right? Yeah. It would be broken if you could. Imagine if you could make your base a resupply base, like your capital. It's already busted enough that you could make it... It doubles as a siege. without taking a hit to marching. Alright, let's go. Actually, no. Somebody else lead the way. Because what's going to happen is we're going to have to fight our way in. That's what's going to happen. Really, I should wait for the alliance with Takeda, but I think we're close enough. 1 month away, I think. That's fine. Alright. Do I want to split this unit at all? I don't think so. I think I just want Yoshimoto with all these troops. Completely stacked. Big old doom stack. 9K. 9K, by the way. No irrigation canals. No training grounds. No laws of Imagawa. 9K. That's awesome. Now I can call on Yoshinobu's Takeda to help me out. Even though he doesn't like me, he's still hostile. He'll still help me because of courtly interests. Insight, no. Let's do employ. Alright, so you guys start encircling the castle. You want reinforcements? But we're hostile with each other. Okay, here comes everybody. Now I'm doing Dosen a favor because he's allied with everybody except Nobuhide. Nobuhide, if you look at this map, Dosen's got both his flanks covered like I did. He's allied with everybody except Nobuhide. So I'm actually destroying his rival for him. So this is what I'm saying. This is going to be difficult because if we win and destroy the Oda, Dosen's going to be in a prime position to immediately attack us right away. It should be all upside for him. His two biggest rivals are basically going to kill each other right on his border. We have to win the battle, of course. I might be getting ahead of myself because we've got to win the battle. And Imagawa are not that good before they get the Ieyasu's faction, the Matsudaira. They're actually not that good. They're not that strong. We just got like a few pieces and that's it. Everything else is like on us, you know. I should have deployed this guy. I don't know why I didn't bring him. So one of the things about going like this, lean and mean, is that I don't have enough soldiers to just field a ton of units. So it's difficult. Instead of having all my castles stacked up, and then I can slice and dice every castle garrison and divide it. 3 units from this castle, 2 units from this castle. It makes it, you know, the standard affair, what I've made videos on where it's like, divide your army, have a lot of units, overwhelm the enemy, outmaneuver them. When you go like this, you have less troops in each castle, so that becomes more difficult. So it evens out the playing field against the AI, okay? Because now it's like he's only deploying from his castle 1 unit, and most of my castles can only deploy 1, maybe 2 units. My capital castle I might be able to split that. And now that I think about it, I should have split my capital castle. So the bigger castles on the map become a lot more important because you can actually afford to split the unit count. And the smaller castles basically become a 1-for-1 against the AI. 1-for-1, 1-for-1, 1-for-1. And then occasionally you'll have a bigger castle that you can maybe put 2 units out for the one that the AI puts out. So it's going to change. It's already changing how battles are effective. And it's also making tribe units way more important. Since all my castles can only deploy 1 unit, all of a sudden tribes matter a lot more. Because tribes become that 1 extra unit that you can rely on. You know what I'm saying? So their value goes up. Which is good, because they don't have a lot of value. This looks like hell. I should have waited for the Takeda. This looks like misery. Are you serious? He brought everybody? Nobunaga is going for the kill. So you see what I'm saying? 1 castle here, 1 castle here. It can only really afford 1 unit here. I could maybe split this into 2 units, but it really makes the game more difficult. And the designers knew that. That's why we have the option to split our units and the AI does not. If you've ever wondered, like, why does the player get to split their units and the AI doesn't even bother? It's because it's way more difficult. And the way that the game is designed, you're supposed to have the option to split your units, to take advantage of your tactics, you know? If I have 100 officers, but I only have 10 castles, that means I'm only pulling from 10 tactics. So there's a lot of thought put behind it. Even if the game's not completely finished, it's mostly finished, there is a lot of thought put behind why they did things the way that they did. I'm worried about this clan, but if we lose this battle, we're going to have a lot of things to worry about. If we lose this battle, we're looking at a Saito setback. Oh my god, that's good. I should have called the last stream that. We're looking at a Saito setback. I kind of want to just send these tribes in charging. Yeah, I'm going to send them in. I don't want to use them on the map. Rice Lord Imagawa playthrough? Yeah. Did Yoshimoto get hit by... one thing I don't like about this game is the officers disappearing like Risho not being in the game after... Yeah, that's kind of weird, Tommy. I don't know what the deal is with that stuff. What's up, Phantom? I think I should think about doing an Imagawa run at some point. Yeah. They're a lot of fun. Running 1 unit per castle rule. Guess it's going to be Imagawa Inconvenience. No, I'm not running 1 unit per castle. It's just I'm running no irrigation canals and no training grounds. And sometimes that's going to mean basically 1 unit per castle. Sometimes that's going to mean that. It's like a half measure. I don't recommend playing 1 unit per castle, like strictly 1 unit per castle, because it's boring. That's like... I don't recommend that because it's very, very boring. For the reason I just gave. So, like with most things, everything in moderation. This is a half measure to make the game a lot more difficult, but still leave creative room to breathe. You know what I mean? We'll still have the odd castle here or there where I can deploy a couple units, and in fact, it makes the bigger castles more interesting. It makes them valuable targets because the big castles that can facilitate extra units can change the tide of the battle. You know what I mean? Is this everybody? This is all I could muster? I can't wait to see these numbers. I can't wait till... okay, let's look at the proof of concept. Whoo, baby. Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. I could only put 9 units in the field. Maybe 10 if I split Yoshimoto's. But I didn't realize this is the first time that I've tried this in this game. Like I was saying last stream, this is something that we used to do all the time when we used to play Romance of the Three Kingdoms multiplayer. And I used to incorporate it in Iron Triangle and stuff, where it's just like, you cannot increase your troop count through buildings, you know? You can't build barracks in Romance 11. You can't just focus soldiers. And it flips the game on its head. I barely outnumber Nobunaga. Barely outnumber him. Not Nobunaga, Nobuhide. Nobuhide needs a trait for this game, by the way. I hope they give him a trait. I know the Oda are insanely strong, but... fuck it, why not? You already went this far. Give Nobuhide something, too. He's going to get a golden tactic like Tiger of Awari? I hope so. I hope so. They should give him something. Nimble retreat significantly decreases mobility of engaged enemy units when commencing retreat. I really wish they would add new buildings. I know they're not going to, but I wish they would try to implement new building types like they did with, well, like they have in the past. Kazumasu is going to be an absolute terror. He has a tendency to ruin battles that I fight in. Speaking of ruining battles, I'd be happy enough if they filled in missing traits. I agree. I agree, because if they don't do it, I'm going to have to do it, and I don't want to. Sandayu's in the battlefield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tribe units. We have less units. We have 1,000 more soldiers, but we have less units, and we're the inferior force. We're talking about officers getting special traits. Yoshihiro Shimazu not having one feels criminal. Also, what's up, Noguchi? Yeah, I agree. Yoshihiro should have something. I love his trait. His trait's really cool. But, yeah. Oh, man. Okay, so we got Nobuhide here. His stats are really low. I think he's dying. Defense is 71, attack is 75. For the poster boy's father, I think he's dying. I like Dulcin's traits to give you a mean look. For missing traits, would you focus on weaker officers or good officers who don't have good officers who don't have proper traits? I mean, some of the weak officers are just terrible. So, traits, there's not enough utility traits in the game to be like, okay, the trash can still stay trash, but I'm going to give them all utility stuff, because there's not enough diversity for utility. If there was, then I'd go through them. But the good officers, it's like, okay, well, let's give them good traits. They're supposed to be good. I might make videos about it. You know, like I might pick a trait. For example, like Last Defense. I was thinking about Last Defense. There's a couple of guys who are famous for having like a last stand situations, right? Holding out against longer than they should in a siege battle. Basically causing an upset. just by stalling for so long. But they don't have last defense. Only one person has it. Or two people. I think it's two people that have last defense. So I might make videos like that. Like, hey, here's the trait. Here's the people that I think you should give it to. Here's the reason why. You know? I might do stuff like that. Where it's just... You can quickly click on it, watch it. It's like 5 minutes long. And I can be like, here's the trait. Here's the reason I think there should be more of it. Here's the people I recommend giving it to. Here's the reason why. There you go. Stuff like that. But I want to see what they add in Complete Edition, because maybe we will get more utility traits in Complete Edition. You know, I don't know. I'm glad I waited. Like, I was going to start this big project on overhauling and all this stuff, and I'm glad I waited. Do you have any tips for taking heavily defended castles and are prepared for long sieges? Okay, Darkspring, the best thing that I can tell you is to not fight them. But if you do have to fight them, I do have a video talking about siege battles from last year. How to fight a siege battle. But if you have enough money, hit them with Destroy like 2 to 3 times. Just whittle down the HP so that the structures, when you go to the siege battle, you can just destroy the structures right away. I think I'm going to put Yoshimoto in the center. Yoshimoto in the center. Sesai's got tactics stacked at level 5, right? I don't know if I should have put stacked tactics on him, honestly. His communion of minds pushes him towards a certain type of play where you don't necessarily want him to be offensive at all. It's kind of weird. He's in a unique spot. Retreat tactics is the true last stand in this game. Yes. Retreat tactics, that's another one. But that's for field battles. I just meant last defense for castles when they're falling. Who's going to hold this spot against Nobuhide? I mean, I could have Yoshimoto face off against Nobuhide, I guess. He did kill Shingen. Maybe I should do that. Alright, we'll do that. There's efficiency, but there's also the cool story bro factor. I have to defer to the cool story bro factor. The rule of cool must take precedence. Just don't get Okehazama. We're going to try. I don't like my odds, to tell you that. If we can't capture the Inspire point, our army's going to get whittled down. We have less units. Less units means we're taking more damage. They have more fresh units. There's the risk of us just getting exhausted across the board if we can't capture and hold that spot. That's why I was going to send Yoshimoto. He's our bulkiest guy. But I kind of want Yoshimoto to face off against Nobuhide, especially if he's going to pass away. So who do we send to capture this Inspire point? I think... I might regret this, but I think I want our daughter to lead the attack. Sesai's going to back her up. And our ninja here, I think she's a ninja anyway. Chiyojo is going to join afterwards whenever she gets there. And then Motonobu's going to go up here. This guy's going to go this way. And I don't know what to do with this guy in the back. All right. This game looks so crisp on the new generation console. Crazy. Alright, I think you should go this way so you guys can split. So, our daughter's got the most important job in the whole battlefield. Securing that Inspire point. And our mentor, Yoshimoto's mentor, is going to watch over her. Make sure she gets it done. Yoshimoto's going to have the big confrontation with Nobuhide. That feels appropriate. We have 1 unit in the reserve. The Oda forces have 5 units in the reserve. And of course, there's the talent disparity, which is really bad. Yeah, I agree, Tomi. I agree with that. I think that should be a thing. I almost included that as a rule in the run, but it's so random. But you should get a special commendation. My idea was that you should get a special commendation for killing an officer that's unique. So Tsuneoki's going to be here. Kazumasu's going to put pressure here. So if she gets by to the Inspire point, then Sesai's got to hold the back line open so she can retreat if she needs to. We've fallen behind. Why did it take me longer than the Oda to cross the this river? We both have rivers, and yet they got across already, and we're just getting to our end of the shore. I don't know what it is, but something's off about that. They have a camp, too. They crossed, and they got into the woods. 2 movement penalties. Still captured that. Maybe Sandayu's mobility went off? Oh yeah, his mobility went off, so he was able to capture this right away. The ninjas actually gave him an edge. Cavalry charge. Yoshimoto picking up a trick or 2 from Nobutora. Nobunaga's like, "Father, I will assist you." Nobuhide is like, "Get back to the camp. Get back and defend the camp. You're not ready for this level of warfare, boy. This is Yoshimoto." You're not ready, boy. It's probably going to take both these guys to beat Oda. Nobuhide is already sick. He's dying too. He just wants to make sure that the family line continues. He's like this reminds me of Dragon Ball when Vegeta was facing off against the androids and he knocks out Trunks. He knocks out his son to keep him out of the fight. His son is all eager to help him, and he's like, but Vegeta knows, the father knows that he might die in this battle, so he's like, I gotta get my son out of here. If I get killed, that's fine, but I can't afford anything to happen to my son. That's what that reminds me of right there. Oh boy. Isn't that the Buu Saga? Yeah, I remember him knocking out Kid Trunks. Does he not do it to Adult Trunks too? I know he treated Adult Trunks like shit. But I thought there was a moment where he helps out. Oh, yeah, I'm misremembering. He goes berserk when Adult Trunks gets one shot by Cell. When Cell comes back, he goes berserk for a moment. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, Kid Trunks, he knocks him out. He's like, this is a battle I can't win. When I saw that, I was like, oh shit, he knows he can't win. Nobuhide's a better father than us right now. I just sent my daughter into this absolute grinder. I mean, 3 units, and the back line is threatened as well. I just send her right in. I'm like, go right in there. He'll be all right. Katsue's on the way. Wait, you got Speedy, right? Vegeta should have done when Trunks got killed by... Yeah. Vegeta should have done a lot of things differently, but, you know, the... What's-his-name didn't like him for the longest time. Toriyama didn't like Vegeta. So, there's a lot of moments that when you look back on him, you're like, shouldn't this guy have gotten some spotlight here? He should have, but Toriyama didn't like him. Alright, go around and flank him. Damn it. Yeah, Sisai might actually be a unit that's... Well... I don't know, because his leadership is high. Yeah. I have a lot of thoughts about Sisai. Katsue's gonna... Oh, he's gonna prevent Nobuhide from getting encircled. This is not good. We don't want the Devil Shibata to go on a rampage here with heavy crush. Get back, get back, get back. Devil Shibata is going to break open this battlefield. If he goes off right now and he starts rampaging, we're going to have to fall back completely. We're going to have to fall back completely if this guy goes off. Is he coming to switch? All right. Yoshimoto, stay put. Captured, okay. 4 more reserves. Still got a while to go. Actually, you go up here. Motonobu, you capture that. Absolute carnage in the center, but the ladies are holding. The ladies are holding. Don't let him get away. This is gonna hurt. Oh, that's not that bad. Not that bad at all. Why are you in the middle? Get out of the way. Out of the way. Hold up. Don't let Nobuhide get back to his camp. I will be there soon. Come on, guys. We've got this. Hang in there. Hang in there. She captured Kitsuno. Well done. Yes. Don't let Nobuhide get away. We've got too much morale. Too much morale. Way too much morale. Those are all tribe units, right? I guess they don't matter too much, but let's try to get... At least try to kill Nobuhide. Nobunaga can't leave the camp, but I'm pretty sure he can see his father fighting desperately for his life to get back. Sisai won't live much longer? Yeah, he won't. I think it's S tier, Tomi. Interfere. I mean, I hate it. I think it's such a stupid thing. But, interfere is actually an S tier tactic. But you have to use it to, like, abuse the game. Because you can abuse the systems in the game to just make interfere absolutely broken. Damn. We killed Junko. Alright. Let's end this battle. We still have a siege battle to fight. There it is. Large authority victory. Imagine I could have gotten 6 castles. But instead they're sieged up, so I get nothing. Maybe I'll get some of the Uesugi Ronin. If they didn't all join the Hojo, maybe I'll get a nice serve trigger. Community Divine. It's S tier with maxed out covert. Yeah. Well, it's just interfere. You can kind of break the game by spamming interfere. It's just something that I don't care to, like. I don't want to highlight it. You know what I mean? Like I don't really like breaking game systems, so I just don't talk about it. But it's a lot of fun to use sparingly, you know. It's a shame Nobunaga didn't engage even once. Well, he was following his father's orders. His father said, "Get back." You saw the battle, Adam. He was ready to throw in, but Nobuhide said, "Get back. Defend the camp." He told him. He said, "You're not ready for Yoshimoto." Neither of these people are going to join, right? She's married to Nobunaga already, right? She's not married to Nobunaga. Does she ever marry him officially in this game, or does she remain... She remains concubine, doesn't she? Alright, let him go. Free to go. Large authority. Imagine I could have taken Owari. Could have taken all of Owari in a single battle. Instead, the game's like, no, they fortified this little castle. You see this little castle? It's fortified. So you get nothing. You get nothing because they fortified this castle. You get nothing and you might collapse because they still have this castle. Oh, shit. Yeah, get this tribe out here. I might need them. What's up, Silver Moon? What's the HP? It's only 3,000. I think I can fight through that. Can't wait for reinforcements. Let's see if I got a good serve trigger. Can't see the name. Narashige Wada. I mean, not bad, but no traits in 2 spots. See, if you had good utility, this is what I was saying earlier, Ancient. If they add more utility traits, then I could see myself going through and giving some of these crappy guys some utility traits, like Statesman, for example, where you can say, you know what, give him something. Give him something to do. You know, once in a while he can kind of contribute to the makeup of a castle, of the castle's build, or the deployed units build. But sometimes if there's not enough traits right now to like go through, you know, I can't go through and give a guy like this castle raid or self-defense because it's just like the stats are so low. There's a point where you're like suspending your belief. Like in my mind, it's like it doesn't make any sense. I can't have a guy who's got like 30 attack and give him castle raid. You know what I mean? Unless it's Ujizane. Ujizane is the only caveat. Large authority looks like a weak Miyoshi authority. Yeah, it's absolute shit, dude. I think the game misses the brotherhood system. Yeah, they should have. They just don't want to do a lot of romance stuff. They don't want any overlap between the two games. They really want them to have that distinct identity, and it sucks. It's been long enough, you know what I mean? These series are 30 years old. I don't know, I just feel like who's going to complain if you connect your systems? I mean, I know someone's going to complain, but that's the point. Someone's always going to complain. Like, who cares? You know, throw some of your romance mechanics into your Nobunaga game and throw some of your Nobunaga mechanics into your romance game. Like, someone's gonna be upset, but you can't stagnate because you're afraid to be creative. You know what I mean? So, and there's some gold in the romance systems that would work really great for Nobunaga's ambition. I would still do samurai duels. Like, I don't care that historically it was a rare thing, and I do not give a shit. Make duels a thing. Give me the prompt to have a duel. Have it play a little cutscene, you know, where they engage and trade blows. Make it an option. People are going to say, well, it's, you know, you're going to have your purist out there. Great. Just add a little button that says turn off duels. That's it. Everyone's happy, you know what I mean? But take some chances. The series are getting kind of, you know, like I said, they're long in the tooth. Take some chances. Be creative. Don't stagnate. Wait. How much flavor do I have? 4? That could be a rice dealer. Rice dealer supply station. Rice dealer. This will be a supply station. How many times did you win duels? I can't see the rest. I hate how it cuts off the, they're going to add all that to the 50th anniversary game. Fuck. How many times did you win duels? Well, you know. That's not really important. That's neither here and there, God Armed. You can rely on me for your dueling advice. That's all you need to know. We don't need to check the tapes or anything. You know what? Send this tribe this way, because I don't know how this battle is going to go. I might need these tribes to run across and capture some spots. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Quickly, people, quickly. Thank you. Numbers are plummeting by 1,000, but I don't have 1,000 days. Sadakiyo, one of my favorites. My Nobukatsu run. I love playing as Nobukatsu in this game. He is like as glass cannon as it gets. I don't see any standouts here. I think we faced them all in that last battle outside of Sadakiyo. Alright, let's do it. Which Nobunaga was the closest to Ascension? Yeah, Ascension. Ascension even had a little Ascension had a little Kessen in it. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, like in Total War Three Kingdoms, I know my brother, when I stopped playing Total War Three Kingdoms, he picked it up. So he's been telling me about the Three Kingdoms Total War, and it sounds awesome. The only thing he said he didn't like is that they stopped making DLC for it. He said there's a distinct cutoff point, which I think is around Guandu. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he had told me that they stopped adding stuff after Guandu, something like that. But you know, like I was telling him, nobody really plays Three Kingdoms. You know, like ironically, nobody really plays those timelines. Like that's not really a thing. So it kind of makes sense for them to stop. You know what I mean? I could see maybe going to Chibi, but even Chibi I think is too much. Like once it's down to just the Three Kingdoms like that, a lot of people don't even play those scenarios in the Three Kingdom games. Two boulder towers, and what is this? These are relief stations? Both of them? Both. Alright, so I can get to this one. They did add 8 Princess timeline for the Sima family. Well, that feels really weird. I wonder why they did that, and then the rest. Alright, we're gonna go for this tower, and I guess this relief station, because this one is protected by the tower somewhat. Guns level 5? Wait a minute, how do you guys have guns? How do the Oda have guns? We're barely in 1550. I gotta figure that out. Gotta puzzle that one out later. Check the tapes like Asakura bullying the Saito. Yeah, I've got to delete that. I've got to delete that whole stream. Total War Three Kingdoms add scenario after Three Kingdoms, but not add Chibi. Yeah, that's kind of weird, Max. If that's what they did, that's kind of weird that they would leapfrog like that. Somebody must have thought it'd be a good idea. I'd be curious to know if it sold well. It's a separate DLC. Honestly, even if it sold well, it might have sold well because people were starved for DLC. You know what I mean? Sometimes the DLC that you have isn't necessarily good, it's just that there's nothing else available. It's kind of how I feel about the Romance 8 Remake DLC. That's kind of how I feel. Now that I mentioned it, I'm like, where have I felt this feeling before? Oh yeah, the Romance 8 Remake DLC. It's not necessarily good, there's just not a lot else going on. Holy shit. Where did you guys get all these guns? Is this communion? Communion, baby. I think he's getting a new trait too. They like showed in the trailer. Sesai's getting some kind of new trait in the game as well. Come on, we got to bring that down, and then we'll go on to the what is this, defense? Oh, debuff, defensive debuff. Okay, all right, everything's gonna fire off. We got it. Oh, you guys are taking too long. Get back. Back, back, back. Too late. Oh my god. Okay. Speaking of the Saito, how the fuck am I gonna defend against them? I'm doing Dosen's job for him. Like, even if I start taking Aware, Dosen's gonna be right there waiting to destroy us. With his little triple coalition. Hold on. Hold on, Sesai. Get a breather. You guys get in position to take this tower. When we storm the gates, you guys take the tower. Alright. Everybody just take a breath for a second. Alright. Communicative Minds is already ready to go off again. That shit is crazy. It's already charged up. To the keep. Get ready to break that. The Takeda will defend you? I hope so. That's why I spared Yoshinobu. Damn, and it's AoE. Got 2 for 1. More console portraits? I agree. I don't know why you can't import your own portraits into the console. You should be able to just plug in a drive and then just click and transfer over images, whatever you want to bring, you know? It's a submersive camp. Oh, I hate those. We have to leave. We gotta go. I thought it was just a defensive debuff. It's a subversive camp. It's killing our mobility. We actually have to get away from that spot. That's no good. I guess we're rushing only one gate. Only one gate. Gonna try to split them, but submersive camps are absolutely broken. He's stuck there? He's stuck there. Boulder Tower, damn it. It's too late to turn around. He's not moving. There he goes. I can't do anything with this tribe unit. What's he have? Cheer? Oh, of course. Of course. That was a good use. Yoshimoto carrying the whole army on his back right now. I gotta get him back. I mean, I might even have to fall back and rest. Taking a lot of fucking damage. Not looking good. He cut off. What? Sasai's cut off. I can't. Go rescue Sasai. Forget about the gate. Oh, damn it. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Just throw in everybody you got left. Get the old man out of there. Get the old man out of there. Let's go. You guys are it. This is it. This is everybody. Get out of the way. Harm not our teacher. This way, master. The way is clear. The way is clear, master. Oh my god! Torn to pieces by muskets. Did you see that level 5? They kicked open the door. It was like an action movie. You know, when they kick in the saloon, he kicked in the saloon door and then riddled by bullets. That was nasty. Can we win? Yoshimoto, it's all up to you, buddy. Rest up, because it's going to be all up to you. Fall back. Get back, get back, get back. Did you guys break that? You did? Join me. Join me if you would. Oh my god, he's running around shooting everybody. He's sniping all my units. This guy just ran out of the castle and was like, start unleashing volleys. If she breaks, she's probably gonna break. I can't afford to lose more morale. I need you to run. Get out of there, girl. Where are you going? Okay, well, just take the Citadel. I don't know what the hell this guy's doing. Just take the Citadel. Stay right there. Guard the door. Yoshimoto's going in. Guard the door. Guard that door. Nobody gets in. In. Total collapse. Was right around the corner. Oh my god, why was that so difficult? Our master almost got killed. I was like fucking Vader escorting Palpatine. Escorting Palpatine from a rogue Jedi ambush. God, that was... Whoo, that was bad. Alright, let me see what you guys are saying. A Princess DLC kind of took the win out of the sales of the game. Wow, that sucks. It was the best historical title since they went Warhammer Fantasy. Yeah, the Warhammer, I don't know. It just didn't look good to me. Total War, I think after Chibi... I think making the player play only those 3 seems stagnating considering how many warlords you play. Yeah, I agree, Godarm. They should, if they do 3 kingdoms, what they should do is add editing stuff so that you could play as a 4th kingdom, change the composition. They'd have to make it a fully editing, like, a fully open sandbox for you to keep it interesting. To be honest, we were starved for DLC and Koei decided to ring the bell one more time. New trade is diplomacy with other clans cost no gold. That's it? What's up, Toby? Toby, you just missed a near disaster. We might still suffer a disaster because the Saito can't be too far away. I've made corpses out of ourselves and the Oda. I've made corpses out of the both of us, so the Saito now get to pick clean the battlefield. Assume the 3 Kingdoms pair would have worked if they made the famous commanders. Yeah, you should be able to play, you should be able to play as Guan Yu commanding Jing, for example. Stuff like that. The siegers are such bullshit in this game. They're just very swingy. They're very swingy. Editing in Total War would be amazing? Yes, dude. It would be insane. It would be insane. They could be fletched. Fletched? Oh, you mean fleshed. Fleshed out a lot. Yeah, I see. I know what you're saying, Toby. They just need balancing, that's all. They're just not balanced. There's plenty to do. There's a lot of things to consider, but they're not balanced, so they're a fucking mess. Because they're not balanced. Every Koei game has something. Whenever a Koei game drops, first of all, they're not finished. None of them are finished. But they all have these little corners that you can look at and immediately you can spot that they really didn't get to play test whatever their idea was. And in this game, that's siege battles. Siege battles are something that is finished but has not been play tested for balancing. Whereas something like, Sea Warfare is just plain old not finished. Some things are finished, but they were not play tested. They just didn't have the time to make sure, like, hey, let's make sure that this shit works. Nobody got around to that. Who? Kiyonaga Kuriki. 84 leadership. Holy crap. A senior general of Ieyasu who fought in many fierce battles, retiring after the Battle of Sekigahara. He was well regarded for his leniency and honest integrity. Statesman, all or nothing, and then blank. See, this is a guy right here that I would give him a trait. This is what I'm talking about. Stats are good. Missing a trait. The fuck? 84 leadership. You guys couldn't find something for him? He's got 84 leadership. You didn't have a problem giving him a high stat. He couldn't be bothered to find a trait for him, though. That's a young-looking 21-year-old. He's probably part of the third shift crew, Chow. As you know, Chow, third shift is really rough on the body. It's hell on the body. It ages you decades. Where Guan Yu lives after Fan Castle, yeah, they have never done that either, Got Armed. Isn't it crazy that they've never done Guan Yu surviving? The closest thing I've seen to Guan Yu surviving is it used to be a challenge scenario in Romance 11. There was a challenge scenario called Escape from My Castle. And you play as Guan Yu. If you guys remember the challenge scenarios from the old Romance games, it's already set up for you, and you have to solve the puzzle. That's the only thing I've ever seen. And the challenge scenarios are not really a good idea because it's just a puzzle. You know, it's not interesting because it's a puzzle. You solve the puzzle and then you're done. That's it, you know. Any other Koei streamers? Yeah, I would say Kira has a channel, and Silver Moon and Toby. So those are the other three people that are uploading content. I don't know everyone's schedules. I would just say, you know what I mean, check them out and see if you want to sub for yourself. The only one that I have time to watch consistently is pretty much Ikari. And I was watching Toby. Toby's channel, Crew to Hue. If you guys are up late at night, Toby's usually on at night. So, but with my work schedule being switched, I don't get to catch Toby's streams either. If I ever read the Kingdom manga, no, I never read the manga. Look at the Saito. Fucking thieves. Absolute thieves. Fuck it. It's a thief. A feast for the crows. Who benefits? Now we know. When the Imagawa and the Oda go to war, Dosen benefits. The Viper benefits. Can I fight him for that castle? I don't want to give him any of my gains. This should be mine. We have supplies. Keep marching. The Minnow 3 deployed. You must be happy. Can't stand them. He's preparing for a siege? He's gonna get there first, isn't he? Who do I have down here? Do I have anybody who can take this castle right now? Damn it, I need somebody to help me. The Viper strikes, yep. He's been waiting. He's been waiting all this time, patiently. How developed are these castles? 3,000 and 5,000? Whoa. You have my attention. And you have Sesai's attention, too. 3,000 there. I should probably just move him up. From Okazaki. I gotta at least hold on to these two. Traits. Move that guy. Can I put him in charge here? But how bad is he? pretty bad. No, just leave him. Barely have any people to man these castles. Okay. Rumor, where? He's not holding on to that spot. But the rumor will follow, won't it? Pretty sure it will. Go for it. Let's put an arrow tower up here on the front lines. You know what? Not having to pay for diplomacy means that for Sesai, his new trait, it fits into the theme of talking to the court, because the biggest discount that you can get is trying to get titles from the court. Trying to get titles from the court is really expensive. It gets kind of insanely expensive. So I guess the point of Sesai's Black Chancellor ability is just that, to be able to talk to the court, which is kind of what Yoshimoto does anyway. So that fits the clan's theme. That means you can stack titles very, very quickly and for free with Sesai and save a lot of money. It's kind of cool. Not great, but it's kind of cool. It'll be a good building block trait for community runs. You know, if somebody has that, it'll help us amass titles, not to mention diplomacy. Are we storming it already? Cool. He's still attacking? Man, F this guy. Is Sesai here? Good. Any other tribes? Any tribes want to help us? Nobody. Okay. Should we deploy Canberra? Why not? By the time he gets there, it might be a totally different situation, so. Level 5 cavalry. You got melted in the same fashion? Yeah, you have to get that landmark, Toby. The Takeda are ridiculous with that landmark. At least taking the landmark will start to debuff them a little bit. Should I even storm? I think I should blockade. I'm going to blockade so it takes me longer to take this castle, so this guy starves out and has to leave. I think that's the way to do it. Just going to slow down the acquisition of this castle, because once I acquire it, he's going to attack me. So I'm going to take a little bit longer. Where are we at with Takeda? 54. He hates our guts, but he's going to help us anyway. Really? Great. Now I'm caught. Now I'm caught in a trap. Fuck. I should have fallen back. Rescue Yoshimoto. How much damage am I taking? 100? That's not bad. There he goes. There he goes. Just hang in there, Yoshimoto. This is like Julius Caesar right now. Build another ring of fortifications. We're surrounded. Great. My lord, we're surrounded. They have the Gauls have reinforcements. We're surrounded. And Caesar says, "Great." That's great. That means we're about to win. There they go, out of supplies. Hang in there. Where do I send the Takeda? Send them here. Still can't turn the tide. Still can't turn the tide. Hang in there. Hang in there, fellers. Wait for my daughter to get here. They're getting weaker. You're getting weaker. He's done. He's already finished. Takamasa, you're too late. Embarrassing. Where's Canberra? All the way back there. Oh my god. That's just miserable. Miserable stuff. One of your community characters is named after that kid? He Liao? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, level 12 cavalry is insane. A couple of people were scoping out your department. I think they're waiting to rob our iPhones. No shit. They were acting a little sketchy. Wanted my core to pop in the back hardcore, even though they... What's up, Altacia? Who? Kodo? Oh, this is a fictional... Nobuhide's fictional daughter? Kodo Oda. 63 leadership. She has cheer, counterattack, civil construction. Only 10 loyalty? She does not want to work for her father, huh? She said no, though. That's weird. Okay. Is this Dosen himself? Oh, he's heading to defend Iwamura. That's fine. Run, Itetsu, run. Put somebody else here in Nagoya. I don't know who. Probably Motonobu. What's the cap here? 3,000. I guess so. I'm going to turn this into a supply base anyway. Alright, once Motonobu gets here, we'll deploy. Oh, now you're trying to set up a siege battle. What a jackass. Nobuhide's got what, 4 territories left? He might become a vassal. 5 territories. I didn't see him all the way down here. The shogun rapidly expanding. Rumor failed. This guy's just... Dude. The marching speed is... Yikes. Where are you going, Takamasa? Even Yoshimoto wants a piece of him. Alright, let's get Kyushu. Dolson's backed off. We will push on. This is the easy part, mopping up the Oda right now. Defending all this territory is going to be awful. Let's do another rice dealer. It's going to be a resupply base. What the fuck, Toby? I think that was your worst joke ever, dude. I can't even repeat that. That was just... I've never seen Nobuhide march towards the west before. Okay. That's just Jackal and Mr. Hyde there. This is going to be a Shogun versus Imagawa showdown. You know what's weird about that? That's a joke somebody told you last night. Tell them that it sucks and that it's fucking creepy. This is going to be... Yeah, you know what's weird about this run? It's the reverse of our community run. So our community run is going to be the Shogun marching west towards Yoshimoto. And right now, I'm marching west towards the Shogun. With, you know, a few caveats being the Triple Alliance and all that. But still, there's kind of a weird overlapping theme. You know what I mean? There goes Nobuhide. There goes Nobuhide. The Shogun run last week was crazy, Young King. Yeah, it was pretty good, man. So many things needed to go right in the Yoshiteru run, and so far they have. It's going to be fun clashing against Yoshimoto himself on Saturday. Should we inside Kyushu? No, it's already... Okay, so Nobunaga's taken over. What does this mean for the clan? Prestige is down to 30. Are people upset? Some people are indeed upset. But not that upset. Okay. The Saito. Oh my god. I got rid of Shingen and I inherited Dosen's. Got rid of Shingen's covert and I inherited Dosen's covert instead. Wonderful. Well, see what you could do there. See what you can do, Takeda. Why isn't Yoshinobu marching? Why didn't Yoshinobu deploy? Okay. Figure it out later. We gotta strike now. They just lost this large authority. They lost their castles. Nobuhide's passed away. Some young fool from Owari has taken over. Now is the time to strike. Yoshimoto's ambition, yeah. Imago looking strong right now. Takeda's a vassal? I wish. Only you can prevent forest fires? Wait, let me see if I can make them a vassal. No. We killed Shingen, so they don't like us. Oh, the Imagawa are looking pretty damn strong. They haven't collapsed. How are the Soma doing? The Soma are like the biggest surprise. Well, it looks like they're doing pretty good. Kenshin might destroy them, though. Yeah, it looks like Kenshin might destroy the Soma. Can't have any surprises. Let's go. Kyoshu is just another stepping stone. Let's take it. Gotta save the Soma. I didn't think we were gonna make it last week to that either. I thought I was gonna have to choose, you know, save Narimasa or save the Soma. We did both. Barely, but we managed to get both done. The Iwaki clan have fallen to the Soma. The Soma have 7 castles now. Just storm it. What are we waiting for? Just storm it. This might be our new base of operations. Kyoshu Castle. Civil construction. I guess. The Soma are the danger now? Yeah. The Soma and Toby's co-worker. Potentially Toby's co-worker. I might add him to a list. Might put him on a watch list. Along with the Soma. More people are leaving. Hang on. Who's leaving? Betray, you say? Hidetaka Kawajiri, Raptor Salt, Immovable Management. Yeah, we'll take them. The Gamo guy, will take him. We need people right now. We don't have enough people. In fact, I don't know if I should push towards Nagashima. What's Katsue's loyalty? 14? Not quite enough. Should we take this last castle in Awari instead? Alright, come back. Alright, Chow, I'll catch you later, man. Take it easy. Oh, yeah, it was a mistake. We just grabbed everybody, huh? Everybody that he has left. I thought maybe the Takeda would provide enough of a distraction, but I guess not. Well, I have just 7,000. I might as well use it. Three labor. I can't really build anything with 3 labor. Most of my buildings, it's just a trade town, pretty much. Trade town or nothing. Alright. Gotta try to get this building before I get back, before I return. Thanks, Takeda. Appreciate it. Four units, I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, all you gotta do is roll up the minnow 3. Yeah, I agree. I think one of them's already here, right? Who are we fighting here? Morinari? Mitsuhide? Ooh, I'm glad I took this fight. Very glad. An opportunity to kill Mitsuhide. See, if we don't kill Mitsuhide, in a couple of years, he's going to advance the ranks all the way up and give the Saito a musket capabilities. Just like he did to the Asakura. Mitsuhide is one of these guys that you have to, like, if you're starting around him, you kind of have to keep him in your mind. Like, where the fuck is Mitsuhide? Because he will make a clan better by himself. You kind of hope they make the Minnow 3 a little bit better. Yeah, they should be a lot better. I hate that they're so bad. Hurry. All right. If we can kill him or capture him, it doesn't matter. It'll be a huge hit to the Saito. He's pretty much a pillar. A pillar of the forest by himself. Go. He's trapped. Maybe capture him. I don't know. Maybe we can capture him. Oh, man, come on. Really, that was a good opportunity to do something there, man. Alright, Morinari's gonna break pretty soon. Let's get around. Yep, there he goes. Whoo, just got there. Just got there in time to cut him off. This guy can't wait to run. Sadamune's been killed. Alright. That's a good question, Tomi. I feel like they would use it, but I feel like they would just because it's so good. It's level 5 muskets. Like, it dwarfs everything else. So I do think you're right that they do have preset builds, but I think some things are just way ahead of anything else. So if they have a choice, they'll just go with whatever's, you know, really, really good. It'll supersede the build. Let's go. I don't know why this is like this. It's kind of strange. Yoshimoto's gonna make it to the capital. We'll see. He's literally got to beat out the Shogun, who's allied with Dosen of all people. Kind of weird. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna go for the bigger get. Actually, no, I can't get it because he's got... Yeah. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Also, this guy will surrender this castle for sure. So, never mind. I'm sure this guy will surrender it. Marriage alliance with Hojo. Do they have a daughter? Oh, so Shuden. No, let's wait for Ujizane. We have to. That's got to be a canon event. That's got to be a canon event. We have to wait for Ujizane so he can marry his bride. Still not surrendering? Got 12 loyalty. 2 months remaining with the Hojo. Okay. He'd rather fight us on the field. Can we beat him? You want another authority loss? I'll give you another authority loss. I'll give you another authority loss. That's the way you want it. That's right, Toby. Ujizane marrying his cousin is a canon event. We strive for historical accuracy on this channel. It's just tribe units, right? Yeah, Takamasa's back there with 25. Maybe I can send him to an earlier grave. Level 5 cavalry. Why don't they make all the soldiers? Why don't they put them all on horseback? Like, this is cool and all, but if it's a cavalry unit, put them all on horseback. Come on, Koei. You used to do this 10, 15 years ago. You don't have horseback models in your data reserve somewhere? Insta wipe. Yoshimoto's charging. All right. The master and the apprentice once again. Historical Kimari tactics. Imagine modding in an army and it's just a bunch of Kimari balls. I would do that every time I deployed Ujizane. I would replace the soldier models with just a bunch of Kimari balls. Keep charging. Kill them all. Oh, why was his portrait all the way up there? That's weird. Takamasa's done. Another L for the Saito. So much for stepping in after me and the Oda are done fighting, huh? I really thought he'd have a bigger army, like, ready to go. Alright, will they surrender? I guess it doesn't matter anymore. The castle's probably got no HP left. Thank you. Speedy, eagle-eyed, and that's it. I've never seen this guy before. Sukemoto. Nagano retainer. Usually descended from Yuson Nagano, son of Sukemasa. He served the Oda after Nobukane Oda chased him from Uji Castle. Uji Castle? Is that on the map? It's got to be a smaller castle. Yeah, it's got to be. Surrounding tribes' vessels' use have increased due to authority. Thankfully, Kenshin hasn't attacked me at all. Look at the Soma dominance. Almost 10 castles. Shit, they're holding off Kenshin right now. Kenshin who? Soma said Kenshin who? Dragon of what? This is Soma country. You're in Soma country now. I should probably save up all the money that I can so I can relocate either Okazaki Castle or Kyushu Castle. Kyushu feels really ironic. Yoshimoto moving all the way over there. Are these guys teamed up? Don't tell me the Shoguns brought in the Miyoshi. Nope. Okay, because that doesn't make any sense to me. Employ who? Raise and employ. Okay. Alright, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap it up there. I think we're at 2 hours already. Kind of went by fast. Really fast. So I will pick this up next Thursday. We're doing Tuesdays. Well, this is on Thursdays. Tuesday, we just kicked off a new run. Which, should I load it up? Nah, I can look at it later. We kicked off a new run with the Shimazu. We're playing Shimazu after they've surrendered to Hideyoshi in 1591. So we're doing like a Shimazu resurgence in that one. And this, of course, Yoshimoto heading west. And then on Saturdays, we're going to do our Shogun run, our Shogun Community Series run. So those are the three. I think I'm just going to stick to those three until Complete Edition drops in June. So that's the idea. We're just going to do Shimazu on Tuesdays, and I think that run should keep going until I collapse. Yoshimoto on Thursdays, and then the Sons of Steel run on Saturdays. That's the plan for right now. So three streams a week until we get Complete Edition. If I have enough time, or if maybe one of these runs wraps up, whether we lose it or we win it, then, you know, I might work in something differently. But for now, I think that's going forward. I'll just stick to these three. So, oh, what's up, Daniel? You're late, man. This is we're at the end of the stream. I'm wrapping up right now. The Yellow Waves are going to be hell to fight. Yeah, they are. But you know what's really interesting? Okay, hold on. Let me save this. because I'm looking forward to the Shimazu run. If you guys didn't see the Shimazu run, I kind of took a couple of chances and they paid off because we've got 3 houses, 3 fallen daimyo. We've got 4 fallen daimyo working for the Shimazu. So I took out the Automo. We got the Automo right here. Their last stand was over here. And then I gambled and I marched all the way over here. And we took out the last of the Chosokabe. And we got Korimitsu. So we've got 4 daimyos, but really 3 forces mixed together. So we've got, of course, Ryuhaku Shimazu leading the way. But outside of him, Morichika is here. So the Chosokabe are here. I don't know where his father is. I don't see him. I wonder if he's fallen ill. Yoshimune, the leader of the Automo, the last leader of the Automo. There's Morochika. So we've got 3 houses united. So Morochika is joined up. Yoshimune is joined up with the Shimazu. And then we've even got little Korimitsu. Even Korimitsu's here. So I'm really excited to continue this run. I think it's going to be cool. I don't know if we're going to survive or anything, but it'll be fun. We have all these houses that have been destroyed, all under Shimazu leadership, which itself has been kind of destroyed. They were kind of forced to take the knee, to bend the knee to the Toyotomi. So I like all these guys uniting and getting together to defy the Toyotomi. So this is going to be on Tuesday. We started this just last Tuesday, so if you guys didn't see the first stream, definitely go check it out. So yeah, that's the plan. This will be on Tuesdays, Sons of Steel on Saturdays, Yoshimoto on Thursdays. So yeah, we'll see if Ieyasu does anything. That's true. Ieyasu's pretty strong in that one too, so I don't know if he's going to do anything in this one. He seems to be stacked up. But whether he does anything, I don't know. He's allied with Nobukatsu, too. It looks like 1584 all over again, you know? Looks like 1584 all over again. But yeah, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you could do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys on Saturday for our Sons of Steel, Yoshiteru. So, until then, everybody, have a good week. And I'll see you guys then on the weekend.